And welcome back to This Week of the Mohawk Valley. It is time now for the Central New York Travel Show portion of today's program. And we say good morning to Kelly Blazosky from Oneida County Tourism. Hey, Kelly, how are you?
Great, Jim. Glad to be back. Good morning.
Good to see you again.
Yes.
And Joe Schmidt here from Munson Williams. We're going to talk about, I'm assuming, the events happening at the Great Art Institute in downtown Utica.
We are a tradition in the Mohawk Valley. It's Victorian Yuletide.
It is.
Yeah, and this year it's a taste of the holidays.
Well, what we've got going this year is every year we try to do something a little bit different with our annual exhibition to keep it fresh. And we take something that was the way that the holidays were celebrated in the late 19th century. And this year it is, as you said, a taste of the holidays. And what it does is it focuses on the food that was served during holiday celebrations.
Yeah, and you're going you're doing the whole day. There's even focus on breakfast in here.
There is. It's how the entire season was celebrated. There's this wonderful artificial food that represents. Now, unfortunately, you can't eat any of it.
Nope.
But you'll see all of what was being served, and it was, of course, for the Proctor family, the Munson family, the Williams families. It was all very specific. These were high society people, and there was a certain way you did things, and it had to be followed very carefully, and that's what will be represented.
Yeah, and they were, world travelers as well. So oftentimes they, brought things home with them that maybe had never, ideas and concepts that they'd seen traveling that weren't normal. So they were introducing new traditions almost.
And in addition to the actual meals, we're going to be displaying and explaining about how the celebrations were. The parlor and the library are set up for this wonderful champagne dessert party. Every sort of sweet treat imaginable was created back then, and that's what's going to happen. Now, these were prominent, rich people, and they did it up big.
Absolutely. And then really cool to see some recipes as well for things that were traditionally served during the holiday season. So, and it's Fountain Elms is opulent and beautiful any day of the year, but at Christmas time, it just sparkles.
It is. It's decorated. It is beautiful. There's the original ornaments are on display, the collection of toys, games, dolls that were owned by Rachel and Mariah Williams-Proctor, the decorations in the dollhouse, which is always, if you've never seen the dollhouse itself, that's worth a trip alone. And it kicks off the day after Thanksgiving. It's just a great time to be there.
It really is, and runs through the end of the year.
It does.
Great opportunity when you have, family in. You've seen enough football and you've done enough things inside.
It is a great thing. Yes. It's a great way to get out the day after Thanksgiving. And in addition to Victorian Yuletide, we've, of course, got all the other exhibitions going on, such as the big one, The World Through His Lens, Steve McCurry Photographs.
Right.
That's going on through
Nat Geo photographers still up and just spectacular. But back to Fountain Elms a little bit in Victorian Yuletide. Give everyone the details of when Fountain Elms is open, and of course it's free.
It is free.
That's the biggest plus.
That's the biggest plus. You can bring the entire family. It is open from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Tuesday through Saturday, and Sundays from 1 to 5 p.m.
Okay. And then, you've got, anybody can go through and make all their observations themselves, but it's always nice to make a plan to go with a docent as well.
It is. Public tours are available on Saturdays at 2. To schedule a private, you can schedule a private tour too. Just call the Institute, 797-0000. It's an easy number to remember. But, you can always get private tours. And
with a docent to take your family through.
Exactly.
And you'll learn a lot of nuances and stories that you wouldn't have known just taking a scan and observing by yourself. It's always nice to have the docents take, because they're going to point out things about, maybe the dishes or the way things are set or a story that goes along with it.
Exactly. There's more to it. You really get a sense of how things happened back then.
Absolutely. So again, 10 to 5, Tuesday through Saturday, and
1 to 5 on Sundays.
1 to 5 on Sundays. Free. Fountain Elms is free admission, along with Munson Williams-Proctor Williams-Proctor Arts Institute. And then so transitioning over while you're there, as you said, you can also go over and see this year's special exhibition.
Yes. The World Through His Lens, Steve McCurry photographs, 60 photographs by Steve McCurry, legendary National Geographic photographer. These are beautiful, large photographs of the world, the people of the world. They're just incredible. I can't even describe them. You really have to see them.
Yeah, they really are. And a modest cost for that exhibition.
Yes, it is free to Institute members. It is $10 for the general public.
Yeah, again, modest cost to see his work on display, and most well-known, for his work with National Geographic.
Yes.
So, yeah. And these special exhibitions that you've been bringing each year have just really brought a spotlight to the museum. I mean, your collections and works are renowned as well, but bringing in the special exhibitions have just really taken the museum and the experience to a whole new level.
Oh, it definitely has. I mean, we're welcoming people from all over, all different states. We've even had, visitors from other countries have stopped by to see these special exhibitions. And a lot of people who've spent their lives in the area have come for the first time to see these exhibitions.
Right.
And many of them return time and time again. If you've never been there, or if you haven't been there in a while, in other words, you were there with a tour group in school, now is the time to come, because you're just going to love what's up there.
And I'm always amazed, you bring in a special exhibition, and then to complement that, you dive into your own collections that we don't always get to see because they're in proper storage. But you guys have the vast amount of resources that you can dive into your own collection and make another relevant experience that ties in to what you're bringing into town. I think that's always amazing.
Well, thank you. We've got a very, very expansive collection, and that's part of it also, is we want to show off what we've got too.
And just a reminder to everyone, as you walk through Munson Williams and you see the wonderful works of art, that's just a fraction.
Oh yeah.
Not
even the tip of the iceberg.
Absolutely. So. Yeah. And that's just another whole story we could talk about. But again, it's Victorian Yuletide season this year. It's a taste of the holidays at Fountain Elms at Munson Williams-Proctor Arts Institute, and that kicks off day after Thanksgiving, so
Friday.
November 25th. If you want to take a break from your Black Friday, you could certainly do this and take in.
We'll call it Art Friday.
Art Friday. That's a good one. Yes, and it will continue to be on exhibition for you through December 31st. A taste of the holidays, Victorian Yuletide. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, and all this information and more on how to become a member of Munson Williams is all on your website.
mwpai.org.
Yep, so you can learn how to keep up with what's coming into Munson Williams, and then also how to become a part of the whole experience.
Exactly.
And a supporter.
All right.
Thank you, Joe.